Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the monopoly board. Hey, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, come through fly check, no cosign. I ain't need radio to do mine. I done fine, and I take my time and take my tribe. Every level that I crossed in this game, like state lines, it was visionary. Either I'm genius or it's scary. Maybe it's both in this balance I deliver daily. For every in these streets trying to feed the babies. The single mama's working hard not to miss a payment. And dirty money get washed on royalty statements. Black owners in this game are powerful racists. Young in the set just doing it makeshift out the garage. It's how you end up in Georgia. It's how you end up in penthouses, end up in cars. It's how you start off end up in bosses. It's how you win the whole thing and lift up with sweat dripping down your face. Cause the mission was last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then
it was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And here we go from L.A. On the return, here's Miles Price. Good work so far. He's got room. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out.
I'll tell you what, this quarterback will sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it rip. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Intended target that time was Aaron Jones. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me this, always the start of a new battle. And the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on first.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he couldn't quite break it. Still 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Well, right side is caught by Jennings. And he's going to have them a 1st down. That was close for a moment when he caught it, but he knew what he needed to do after he did so.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st down. It's Mason. And give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Now second down throw for Murray. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Good thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. So fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. That's going to be a Minnesota first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Going to the ground again on first. And big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
And it's incomplete. Started as a catch, but the hit forced it free before he could secure it.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Kyler to throw. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around fourth down. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. This 42 yards from the right half. Reichert connects there. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
From where they started that drive, Kate, 3 points kind of feels like the minimum they expected. But I know this, a little scoring can lead to a lot more.
Blake Corum now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
2 yards on the pickup.
On second down, a run with Williams. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to set up a Rams first down. Working quickly here.
9 yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
second down, it's Williams again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. On third down, here's Williams. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. They stay on the ground with Williams. They're working a couple yards past the line. And it's made by Andrew Van Ginkle. Offensive line fast.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. He finds Adams. Complete. One step out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain. And we'll bring up Rams 1st down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. That's a nice running there. Gets him 8. 3rd down coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running for the marker with Williams. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker.
Yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. 4th down. Here's Stafford. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
It's a turnover on downs.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this will wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect brings up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
1st down, Minnesota.
Now Kyler. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd. Murray. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Kyler looking to throw. Connects with his back. Aaron Jones. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's a pickup of
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Kyler throwing here. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And that makes it 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Reichert connects there. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Here's Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Big shot to begin the drive has them up beyond the 40. The final throw before the break. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And out of bounds before he can extend for that marker, Brock, but still a gain of 9. Nicely done on 1st down, 2nd and 1. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Corum now on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Catch made to right side by Nakua. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
Stafford on 2nd down. Nakua's got it again. And he'll get it up to the 27. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Buys time, rolling right. To the outside, he's got Adams. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
Oh, what an effort. Diving, making a catch along the right sideline. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Stafford on 1st and 10. A perfect 4 for 4 so far to start this 2nd half. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
2nd down throw from Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
22.
To throw, Stafford. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Finds a man right side. And they're going to be rewarded with some yardage, but not the 1st down. Stop has made a decent bit short of it. So 4th down upcoming.
It's 4th down.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this, 4th and 4. They put Adams in motion left. Trying for it with Stafford. And he's going to score. Touchdown Rams. Devontae Adams finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. You start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
On the return, here's Price. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Jones to begin the drive. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Murray setting up to throw. Running a screen now for Jones. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. That was Quentin Lake making that stop.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this 3rd quarter. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Back now for the 4th quarter. Offense staring down 3rd and 5 here. Murray. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And they are on it short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's got it to his running back. And that will be a 1st down. He had to have it, and he got it. This drive continues.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. Here's Jones. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's 2nd down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 45-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Kyler to throw. And that one's going to be incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Murray. And that one's incomplete for now. He brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. 1st and 10 for him now following the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Multiple ways to attack. Here's second and long. Here's Murray. The left side brought in by Hawkinson. He's across midfield into Rams territory.
That's good time coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. First down coming.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
We've set it downs from 37. Running right, this is Jones. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. The pitch is to Jones. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. We could not afford to lose yards there. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he is to throw. Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. All right, so trailing right now, looking up at the scoreboard, Brock. Can't afford to be too picky, but it did look like getting rid of that football was the right call there.
Yeah, you live to play another day. Now, the key is you've got to take advantage of this day to come.
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw. On the move, headed right. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Throwing now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Vikings make the play that should win them this game. Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Minneapolis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. Good start to this one for him. Their first offensive snap picks up 9. And already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Look like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
On 2nd down, Murray's going to throw. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On 2nd down, Kyler. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jones trying the left side. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Murray looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mason does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Kyler looking to throw. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. Quiddy Pay. And that sack loses 8. It's now 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Murray, 3rd and goal. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. And we'll see what they do about 4th and goal in a few minutes. We've reached the end of our first quarter. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have a chance to take the lead here as they line up for the field goal. Reichert connects there. And all the way into the second quarter, our opening drive ends in 3.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Tucker on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Now we give left side, Washington. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
It is knocked down at the line. One of those big uglies up front got his hand on it at just the right moment. It's going to force 3rd down.
And these pass rushers in the game today, they are so doggone good. Not only are they good at getting home and sacking the quarterback, look at this. He was fighting the blocker. He kept his eyes on the ball, times it perfectly, and he forces a pass breakup.
Third and long for him here. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Mendoza going for it. This is caught. That's Bowers working downfield. What a way to pick it up on 4th down, Brock. Gain goes to midfield, to then beyond, down inside the opposing 45.
Las Vegas.
Oh, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you had better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd 10. This is Mendoza. Got a man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. Hit there, and he's forced out. Gain of about 15 before it. And it is first down, Las Vegas.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Mendoza now. And the Russians going to win this rep. They get to him. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
It's second down.
Second down now for Mendoza. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up third down.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Now Mendoza. Caught quickly on the slant. And it's going to be fourth down. Great effort there, right? With the completion, but he's still well short of what they needed. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
Fourth down.
Putting a receiver in motion. Fourth down. Here's Mendoza. It's complete. This is Bowers. And not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up first and goal.
First and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
And off running left, Washington. And he gets in, touchdown!
Junior, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Raiders.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. No issues, Brock, as he knocks this one through. And they answer a field goal with 7 points, and they've got the lead.
Vikings 3. Matt Gay to kick off for Las Vegas.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Murray. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Murray to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Might have given his man just a little bit too much credit when it comes to speed on that one, Brock. Led him so far that even he couldn't get under that one.
Yeah, I think that's well said, Kate. The positive there, you felt that speed, right? You saw that separation. The bummer is you couldn't make the connection.
Working on second down. Murray chased out to his right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders will begin the fourth quarter with a football ball following the interception. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. It's Mendoza. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. Stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that sets up a Raiders 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st down from the 42. They've got a man in motion. This is Mendoza. All the left side. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mendoza working. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's home to the ground. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Mendoza. He's hit and taken down. They got him at the 18. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's 2nd down.
They're going to read at the line. They send a man in motion. Mendoza on 2nd. Has him on the quick hitter. He reaches that sideline before he can reach the marker. So we're still going to have a yard left to go here on 3rd down.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He makes it in for the touchdown.
Moses pass complete to Trey Tucker. Touchdown Raiders.
Gay to add the extra point.
For the point after.
Sent right down the middle and good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Raiders 17. Vikings 3. Matt Gay to kick off for Las Vegas.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now Kyler. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Kyler to throw. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Kyler throwing here. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Throwing on 2nd, Kyler. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he picks up 20 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Kyler looking to throw. Headed out right. Connects with his back. Aaron Jones. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Rolling left, buying some time. He won't have this one. Incomplete. Well, they got him the 1st and goal on the prior play. Couldn't follow up with a score here, so now it's 2nd and goal.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
On 2nd down, Murray's going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete again. The defender knocks this one away, and that brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Murray, 3rd and goal. Throw is caught. And he's going to be brought down shy of not just the end zone, Brock. And 1st down marker as well. So now offense facing an interesting 4th down decision.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Green. Biggest.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. After the penalty, let's see how their composure is as they still try 4th and goal. They snap it to Murray. He rolls to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jelon Jennings scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that cuts the lead to 7.
Raiders 17, Vikings 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Tucker now on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. First and 10 from the 32. Running out of the gun with Washington. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Man in motion here. Second down now for Mendoza. And down he goes. The defense brought to him running around the 26. Mendoza the hurry up here.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Putting a receiver in motion. Third and long for him here. Finds him on the slant. And this is going to go for a gain of about 9. Knocked down in most spots, but here he's short of what they needed. It's fourth down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up fourth down.
They've got a man in motion. They'll go. It's Mendoza. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On first down, it's Mason. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. And they're not going to have time for another play here. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Vikings down by 7. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Murray looking to throw. He's not going to be able to get rid of it, so they got to him. Max Crosby. And that sets up an extremely difficult third now and 17.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And the more importantly, in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And they're not going to have to run a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Zone read. This is Jones. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Buys time, rolling right. Yeah, defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's third down.
Obviously not a tough call to make here. It is 4-down territory from here on out. The tough thing is to find a play you can execute in this moment.
Throwing now. Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. Max Crosby. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
One's caught by Jefferson. Stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and goal.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Mason does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. This could be our last, maybe second to last snap here. There's another for him. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe a little bit easier now, at least for the moment. The try is up and good. They have found a way to tie it late here in the 4th quarter. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tucker now on the return. And that return comes to a close, which means buckle up, everybody. We've got some extra football on the way.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Got to block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. First throw of overtime. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That was a defense right there taking it upon themselves to set the tone, to be the aggressor, to dictate, and it worked. They forced the incompletion.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mendoza. Caught quickly on the slant. He's going to be taken down. The gain was about 14 on the play, and that is good for a Raiders 1st down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are moving.
It's Mendoza. Short pass brought in. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. First down coming up.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Got a shotgun give to Washington. Give him a couple on that carry. Second down coming up.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Second down. This is Mendoza. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner. So that brings up third down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
8 yards to go.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. That's fourth down now. Swap into a different play here. To throw. And this one's incomplete. That could be the shift rock that decides this game. They turn it over on downs to begin overtime.
A 50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Now it's his turn in overtime. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up second down.
Certainly got to pick your shots. When to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
The left side brought in by Hopkinson. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. A big play in the biggest moment of the game. 31 yards.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. They give to Mason running right. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches, maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. A give left side to Jones. And he's rerouting towards the middle, only gets him a couple. It's third down. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And that'll leave him with just 1 remaining in overtime. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Riker. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. Last thing they wanted to do was make this field goal try easier.
Yo, this DJ active right there. This that new Roy. Let's go. We tired of the standing online, waiting to get shine. Play the rule book while getting your jewels took. Look what we done spawn, flipping this turf John. Cause we ain't in the waiting for you to send the payment. Get yours. Come on. Cause I'ma get mine. 1, 2, 3 times. This how you make yourself at home and help yourself. Here we go.
y'all are misinformed about the bloodline I represent. The black bar ain't work on me, they messed up the measurements. I studied my door and found the password to get me in. Fought with the nothing and I won, my story never ends. Focusing on clowns will render you directionless. Stagnant at a mountain's foot, far from its precipice. As expected, y'all forgot the power my electric is. Stand corrected for the war won't go how you expected it to bow. And the reverence to all, and togetherness to gold. And the deep breaths and self-love regiments to flash after the boom. But for the silence for dead presidents is all that I am. You ain't never gotta question it.
commitment. 10,000 hours, crazy how we hustle. Top 10, top 5, all off the muscle. Bring it home. Battery pack, gas pedal to the floor. Tell me this, what's the go without his horn?
Tried leaving where I come from, but always gonna go back. I tried sipping on the, but it's always gonna be. There's things I can't change, like how I was raised. The Bible in my blood and the Bama in my veins. Ain't a pink bouquet in the flower store. I'm okay if I'm a little more born with free, riding on the breeze on a summer night. Tucked back in the weeds, guess that's just me. In a bed of red roses, I'm the one growing up on the wilder side. So if you're tired of thorns, I'm a little more dandelion. No stranger to a dirt road or a country muddy riverbank. If you picking me, you ought to know I wasn't made for a fancy crystal vase, a mason jar, and old blue jeans. From my roots to my boots, I'll always be a dandelion, born with free, riding on the breeze on a summer night. Tucked back in the weeds, guess that's just me. In a bed of red roses, I'm the one growing up on the wilder side. So if you're tired of thorns, I'm a little more dandelion. Whoa, dandelion. Been a little overlooked.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
Trace back to kick off for Green Bay.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, glad you've come along with us. Trey Smack will kick this one off, and we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First down.
From the gun, it's Murray. Flushed to his left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 2nd down, Murray. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Again, it's Murray. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he is out of bounds. Call it a gain of 13. It'll be a Vikings first down. This is Mason. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. This one is caught by Addison. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Minnesota.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the ground, it's Mason. And He'll be marked down at the 7, and it will set up 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
A run on 1st and goal. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
At the 6-yard line, a pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Out to his right. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And now it's 3rd and goal.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
Here comes the screen to Jones.
Murray's pass complete to Aaron
It's a really well-designed play down in the red zone. We see teams run this time and time again, fast to the flat. What they're doing is they're putting a lot of conflict of responsibility. Those edge defenders in the run game, a lot of times are also responsible for the flat area in the passing game. So things happen fast, threaten those responsibilities, and let the running back do the rest.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Williams on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing to begin is Love. Trying to set up the screen with Golden. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
That's good.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing is Love. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Love. That is Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 7. Trace back to kick off for Green Bay.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now Murray on 1st down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Murray. Moving to his left. There he goes again. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
Vikings 1st down.
Murray. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
Reichard on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the bootleg, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
That must have been a heck of a halftime speech, huh? Big play there to begin the third.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The go play action with Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. In some rhythm, the drive rolling. There's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out fast to start this second half. Big-time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the third quarter?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
He'll throw on first down with Murray. He's got this on target to Addison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. There's Jefferson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A give, and here comes Mason. Nothing. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all the
pressure all around him, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Madden spent his first 7 NFL seasons here in Green Bay. Here's Aaron Jones. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Let's pick up a 16 to begin this 4th quarter.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch. But give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Murray on 3rd down. He's got a receiver. It's Addison's. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Murray's going to throw again. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing again is Murray. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And they will not be able to get another play off, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. And here we go. 4th and inches. Again, it's Murray. They had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Bullard.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
On 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. It is 2nd and 6.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 30. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute.
find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down.
To throw is Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 38 yards. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
To throw, it's Murray. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Vikings first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Murray now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's gone. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Here's gone. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
25-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Now they'll change things up. They'll try the air now with Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make some.
Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco from 3 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14, Vikings 7.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. The 20 gets past one man. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 3rd down and 10. Now Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. That pass caught. It's Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Here's Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
To the left side, he finds Teslau. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out. To the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, 92 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing was the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Goff now to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again is Goff. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
From the gun on third down, Murray flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Murray. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, Murray. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead.
For the extra point.
Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
This situation is nothing new to this quarterback. He's been in 2-minute drills many times throughout his career. We'll see if he can get another comeback victory under his belt.
Goff. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down is right.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught, and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now it's gone. This pass down the field for Gibbs.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
Now 1st and goal. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Murray. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Murray. Over the middle and complete to Addison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Murray to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now gone. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Pass complete, that's Lovett. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Go, go, go. Hey, 5. 2 first.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Goff throwing again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
17 yards.
To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Goff looking to change the play. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold. Scrimmage.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Goff. His throw incomplete.
Intended for
coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Gibbs. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
At the 3-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. First throw of overtime for Murray. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires.